Hello, this is a workshop slash tutorial on how to migrate your data from Wrike. So to begin, you're going to go ahead first thing and you're going to go over to your spaces and you're going to create a space. You can create a space for just Wrike that you can import over from, or you can import directly into a personal space that you may have already created. Either one is okay. I personally went with creating a Reich space and then deciding what was going to move into my personal space after the fact. So you go through these steps here. It's saying it already exists, but you'll go through the next steps and create that personal space. The biggest thing, I'll just make a quick note here, is when you get here, make sure you make it private so that way, if you want it to be private, that you do so. If it's a PLC type space that you're importing, you may want to make that an open space, because if it's private, only you or whoever has access to that private space can see that information. If it's open, then you'll go with the open. So something to keep in mind as you're creating the space in ClickUp that the Wrike information is going to go into. Once you've done that, you're going to see here that I already have my Wrike space created, and I've locked it for just myself to see, and then I'm going to sort from there and put it into my personal space. You're going to come down here to the lower left-hand side and click on the EDR, or it'll be your initials, not DR, and you'll come over under the E, you'll see Import Export. You're going to click on that. If for some reason you can't see that right, if you are doing this earlier than the 7th, maybe just because we haven't unlocked it yet, after the 7th, that should be fully unlocked for you to be able to see that setting. You'll see here some of our previous attempts and working with it just to kind of play around and see what was the best system, which is the system that we've instructed you all to do as far as creating that space in Wrike so that we can import very easily into ClickUp. We're going to click Start Import here. We're going to find Wrike in our first step, step 1, and we're going to click Import from Wrike. When we do that, you'll get a pop-up screen where you're going to go ahead and sign into your Google account using the Google button. And it's going to go ahead and log you in. It may take a moment or two for it to log in, but then you'll get to step 2, import spaces. Any space that you have access to will show up on here. So it's really important that you do not unclick the ones that are not the ones you want to import. Otherwise, you're going to be importing all of these spaces. So I'm going to unclick again. Here's and this is some of the redundancy that you'll experience. There's sometimes a lot of clicks that you got to do as we go through this process, but it is a cleaner process. It's just tedious in some respects. So this is the only one I want to do is my personal here. I'm going to select the space in ClickUp that I want it to go to, which is my Dion Reich space. I'm going to go ahead and then click Next. Here is another very redundant and a little bit time-consuming item. We recommend that you take the time and associate imported user with a ClickUp user. The reason for that is that when it brings over things like such as comments and tasks and whatnot, those assignees will come in with it. If you don't do this step, they will not be attached to anybody, and it'll just be a name on there. But if you link it, then they'll also get assigned within ClickUp. So Aaron's in my example. Hi, Aaron. Hopefully you don't mind. We're going to go select a user, and we're going to find Aaron, and we're going to click on Aaron. This will make sure that anything that comes in from this email address in the right task gets associated when it becomes a ClickUp to Aaron. You will do that, yes, for everyone. I know, I just heard a bunch of, are you kidding me? Yeah, I'm not kidding you. It takes a good while. Obviously, don't do robots. No need for the robots. But make sure that you're importing everything that you can, or you're taking time to do every single person. This is probably this is the longest part of the step, and I do apologize for it. But again, for everything to get associated correctly, super important. I know it says optional, but I highly, highly, highly recommend it. But again, you could choose not to. That is your choice. Once you're done, you'll go down to Next, and this is the last step. Do you want to import closed tasks from Wrike? That is up to you. Do you want to bring over all of those closed or completed tasks from Wrike? Yes, you do, or no, you don't. That's a personal decision. I chose yes, just so I'd have the data, but you may be like, no, I want to start fresh, and that's okay as well. Do you want to import attachments from Wrike? Yes, I want to import all attachments, or no, I don't. I more recommend on this one a yes, just because we want to make sure we have everything attached to tasks. Once you're done with that, you'll click complete and it will start to run. This process can take several hours. You'll see it you'll see like a bar at the top of your ClickUp when you're doing this and you're running this. So know that it's going to take a while. It's not going to happen instantaneously, but it might be something to do at the end of a day, at the end of the day, and then just kind of let it work over the night. And then the next day, it'll be all in there. You can just go in and start to sort it and make sure everything is where you want it to be and start to move things around if you so choose the next day. I do highly recommend, pro tip, as soon as you do this, stop working in Wrike. Immediately start working in ClickUp and really start and spend the time. So again, that might be a really great idea to do this at the end of the day, and then in the morning, maybe save yourself an hour just to kind of get in there, organize it the way you want it to be, so that you can be fully in ClickUp, which we're so excited for you to be a part of and in. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to email myself, Dion Reyes, Brooke, or Wasinda. My email is dion@engagetolearn.org. Again, that's dion@engagetolearn.org. You're also welcome to schedule some time on my calendar. If it's available, take it. Time is yours. We want to make sure that we make everybody comfortable in this process. So I'll be happy to go through the steps with you if that's something that you're interested in. With that being said, let us know if you have any questions or how we can support you. And we hope that you have a great day. And thanks so much for all your work on this. We're excited to get ClickUp up and going. Thanks so much.